Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2022, the Youth Academy Challenge Save with Beira-Mar. We're in the last game of the season. We are safe and we're looking at Daniel Akenday. Is it Akenday or Akenday? I think it's Akenday. I've been saying his name wrong the entire time. But look how much he's developed recently. And I am thinking to myself, he's a winger who can play as an inside for the other side. But he's slightly inconsistent and is not good enough for division. But he's only 16 as well, so Nigerian youngster, if we can get his consistency up, we might have a good talent on our hands. I mean, he's also got 13 long shots. He could definitely do some good stuff for us up front. He's got the holy trinity of at least 10 and above, which is really useful, to say the least. And if we can use his pace and work rate to our advantage, then we're looking very good indeed. Wingers definitely love that. And yeah, I think inside forward, winger, striker, he can play them all. I mean, his average rating is pretty poor, but if we can get it to be better than that, then hopefully it would be good. Either way though, let's go with the games we've had since we last met. The first game we had was against Mufra and we drew 0-0, which gave me a very good feeling that we're going to actually be able to survive this year, especially since, you know, we've kind of struggled against Mufra in the past. I think they've beaten us before in every single encounter, so... well, before this season anyway. So this is our second draw in a row against them. We pulled off a survival and Brian also got injured. Yeah, he's kind of out the rest of the season now until today. So a little awkward to say the least. The next match we had was against Bulgaria's 90-32. We scored from a set piece, mandatory with the finish, and that might be the last time we played before the patch came in for the tinkering of corners, set pieces, and throw-ins, and before they decided to talk about the development of younger players. So that is a patch that's coming today before I recorded this, but after I play this game. So I honestly don't know how much is going to be changed. I'll have to go through the entirety of next season to see how much would change. But my players have developed regardless, so it's not like my players have been terrible, to say the least. It's just a matter of making sure that, you know, they can be good, right? We actually pulled off a surprise and managed to win this game, which at this point kind of made sure that we're kind of safe, but we just need one more game to confirm we were safe. So when we took on like Sears and we went behind inside 49 minutes, I was thinking, oh god, are we about to start causing ourselves problems? Hendrik gets there first. Lorero had a horrible moment there because he went for the ball, didn't need to go for it. But then we equalised 66 minutes in. Gullian finds Carrere, finds Gullian, Sandover scores. Gullian and Sandover combined to get a goal. Sandover gets his first goal in a long while. He was on a goal rate before this moment and he scored. Only his 4th goal of the year. He's not had a good season by his standards, and for the first time since we've had him in our team in 5 years, he's not going to get 10 plus goals, which is a bit surprising, but kind of tells you where we struggled this year, doesn't it? We then went and hosted Cover de Partida, and we went behind inside 8 minutes. I wasn't sure what to think of it. The keeper should have done better with the chance, honestly, to stop it. But we do equalise. 30 minutes in, I thought, okay, we're doing something here. Gullian plays it to Sandover, and again, the two combined. So I'm thinking I've got a good partnership between my right back and my striker. Then Marcia scores because it went for the wall, and we're 2-1 up. But then we can see from a corner, Try always scores it. So I'm going to say here now, I don't think the corners have been nerfed to this degree people think they have. Then Trial scores this goal in the 85th minute of the game. I went very attacking after this moment. And 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, they score 4th. So Cover de Partida scores. And yeah, it's a hat-trick for Torre. And I was disappointed to say the least. We lose 4-2. I thought we could survive this. Look at our stats. You wonder how on earth we've lost by that number of goals. But honestly, I felt hard done by here. And I genuinely felt that we should have been leading this game earlier. But apparently, it wasn't to be. The last game we had before we met was actually away from home against Spinho. And we took the lead inside 21 minutes. Clark plays a cross, finds Akenday. So Akenday gets his 2nd goal of the year. 1-0. Then Barreto has his chance to score from a free kick. He scores. Our centre-back knows how to take free kicks. Then literally straight from kick-off of the second half, we concede. I wish I knew what we could do about that, but wins the hand with the finished. And then another 30 minutes later, we concede an equaliser. Montenegro finds Lewis Himmer. And I honestly thought at one point we're going to lose again. We didn't, but we threw away a 2-goal lead in a game that I honestly felt we should have won. If we had won, we might have been high up the table than we actually are right now. But by that point, we're already done, and we actually drew. When we drew against Lex Areas, we actually secured survival at that point anyway, so we're fine. We're 10 points clear of the relegation playoffs and the relegation zone, which still looks very tight. Like, Zeros are already down because they actually played their game yesterday, and they lost to Figueres 1932, who, if they hadn't won, would actually be in 16th place. Or 15th place. It's one of the two, but they could have been in the relegation fight still, but they're not now. They've won, they've survived. So it turns out that 36 points is enough to stay up this year, and I was getting concerned for nothing. If we win today against Esteban Priya, which is a challenge and a half because we've never beaten them, we could go as high as 9th, or even 8th actually. I don't think we can go high as 8th because we drew twice against Belenenses, but yeah, if we can do something against Belenenses and win, that's great stuff, but I'm not expecting it. And we've also got a problem with our team right now. So if we look at the stats, we've scored just 29 goals in 33 matches and conceded 33 goals. So striking-wise, we have a problem. We're not scoring goals. And in fact, we have got the 4th worst attack in the league. But our defense is actually one of the best, the 5th best defense. So we know what we're strong at, we know what we're weak at. And if we can sort out our attack, we're fine. I say that, we actually conceded quite a few goals in the last couple of games. We conceded 6 goals in the last 2 games, so suddenly my defence does not look so good. We did score 4 goals, so maybe we've got the solution? I've only played 3 games since the patch has come in, and I've conceded 7 goals and scored 5, so I don't know. Maybe suddenly the goals are coming through. It feels weird that that's suddenly the case, but it's Firenze versus Luciana Lorenza for the last playoff place. I kind of hope Firenze don't do it, just so I can claim that my local rivals did not get promoted while I was here to stop them. And after they beat us, I wouldn't be able to live that one down, I'm going to be honest and say that. But still, we're taking that to L, we're going to do the season review after this game, and we're going to see who gets promoted and who doesn't get promoted. They want me to take off, I'm going to take off those 2 roles, use the title marking and force opposition outside. I don't think it's worked as well as I want it to. And while Akenday's not been great, Avell can also play today as well. Akenday did score last time, so technically he deserved a chance. He's only got 3 goals this year, so I was lying. He's only got 2 league goals. But he's got a 6.57 average rating in the league. It's not great. And if we can get that better, then that's great. I just wish that we had a replacement for Tunes because he's terrible and he's been useless so far this year. Oh, the joys of being surrounded by idiots. I kind of wish I could change this, but okay. I've also changed... I was going to change the Mazzala. I'm actually going to have the Mazzala attack. I might tinker the Mazzala roles. I might tinker them with Vild roles next year, because I think that's one of the weaknesses we have, is we're not really tinkering into where we need to be. And if we can get that sorted out, it would be great. So, we've got players that can do some bits and pieces for us. Petro Henrique needs to get a shirt number, and we'll see what we can do today. Let's hope we can get a win, and get a chance to get our 2nd top half finish in the 2 seasons. Okay, so we have a chance. Marcio's on the ball. Look at how much we're compact in this situation right now. Breda finds Sandova. He's in. No, Antunes shoots. Saved. A little unlucky we didn't get anything there. And also, the skin... Since the patch is coming, the shirts have disappeared from the skin, which is a bit little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. And Beres is on the ball. Marcio on the ball. Here's Antunes. Sandova. Marcio in. What can Marcio do? He's gone for goal, not far away at all. He can score free kicks though, and that's great. I feel like since the patch has come in, I've been playing this game, we've actually been able to have more shots. Is that weird to say that? As Sandova's in, he goes for goal, he's scored. Ever since his goal drive ended, he's been back on form. And I wish we had this kind of player sooner. 1-0. Marcel, well, it wasn't the best pass, but he gets it back anyway. Sandova finds Antunes. He plays him through for 1-2. This is great. We needed this kind of performance sooner from Sandova. And if we was on form the entire season, we might be high up the table. So halftime it's 1-0, and they did have more shots towards the end, but we've had 9 shots. I think this patch might have actually worked in our favour. Is that weird to say that? I feel like it's a bit weird to say that, but we've had more shots. We've got a corner actually. Antunes takes it, plays it in. Barreto doesn't get to it. I haven't changed my corners. So that's a thing. Antunes, actually, what a good ball from Correa to find him. Here's Julian. Antunes. Sandova. Oh, it's in. It's a 2nd. We are looking very good. And Ode Antunes and Sandova have teamed up twice today. This has been good. I was expecting like a really difficult performance after, we dropped 4 points, 5 points in the last 2 games, but no, it's been a good game so far. 2-0 here. Suddenly, I've changed a few things. I kind of took out the falls opposition at 1 and time marking, and it feels like we've been a better team for... Oh, God, that's a bad pass. Who is that? Who is this? Barreto makes a mistake. Fatinha, okay. Well, we're making a change. We're taking Clark out because he's been terrible, so goodbye. Brian comes in. I'm not taking Barreto. I don't think Barreto's been terrible, and apart from that moment, which is kind of a mistake from him, he's not had a bad game. Clark was the only mistake. That, I mean, it's a 1-2 from Seka. No, it's not 1-2. Morin is just really good football there. They intercept it, they get a goal, and nothing you can really do there. We've got the ball again. Breda. Okay, we've lost the ball there. And Carvajal is not going to be challenged by Sandoval, who's not even going to bother going for that because he knows he's not going to get to it. Carvajal on the ball. I don't want to drop a 2-goal lead at a second game running because that would be frustrating. But Tinha, especially when both their attacks started with us just giving the ball away. Oh my God, I think he saved it. But I am lowering my lines a little bit. Okay, they got a throw. I literally can't do much more than I've done right now. But actually, a very the ball back. Sandova's in. Sandova for the hat trick. Oh, he's missed it. He should have scored. No. But we do win 2-1, despite everything. And I'm happy with that victory. Another 3 points to the tally. But where did we finish is the question. So as a result of that victory, we still only finished in 10th because Belenenses were beaten 2-1 by Friends. And, oh, yeah, that, I head-to-head between ourselves. Belenenses and Penafiel were not great. We lost twice against Penafiel and he drew twice against Belenenses. So that might just cost us at the end. And Cananas have finally been relegated after 3 seasons in this division. That sucks to see it happen. I'm praising Sandova. I say Sandova's been okay. He only got 7 goals in the end, which is not amazing, but it's only 4 less and 3 less than what he's done in the previous 3 years. So it wasn't terrible, and he's still got 7.05 rating, which isn't even his worst season. So maybe I'm a bit harsh and say it's his worst season. It's definitely his worst season in terms of numbers. 16 goal contributions there. 14 there and 11 here. So it's gone down gradually by 3 a year. But it wasn't terrible overall. And he still came up with the goods when he needed to. He just wasn't consistent enough for our liking. He dreads big matches, so there you go. But yeah, Martha are in the relegation playoffs. I can't believe Australia almost went down for the 2nd straight year, though. That's a shocker to me. It really is. But what we're going to do is go forward to the end of the season review and then see who gets most relegated because I want to see what happens. I really do. Okay, the end of season review has arrived. And I think this is going to be good. So, we've got Confetti coming down, which is very useful to say the least. And maybe, just maybe, we're looking very strong indeed. We got rid of Almeida, who actually started. He had a game. Oh my God, he actually got a game. I mean, they must have lost because he's got a 6.2 rating. Ricardo Cabahas, 6.98 rating. So, he got 3 goals and 5 assists. So, he's good. Hopefully they did well with him. Fernando Oliveira also went on loan. Really good serve, I think. 1 goal, 2 assists. I say really good, it's not amazing. Andrade went out 2 goals, 1 assist. Wasn't amazing. Tama, they wanted a loan fee for him, the board, but he got 3 goals and 3 assists out on loan, so he needs to get some game time. Thiago Cassell wants to leave, is not going to renew his contract. He's already outright said, yeah, I'm leaving at the end of the year. So we've lost him. Carlos Flores was okay, 1 goal, 1 assist, but then last 2 people, Baba Costa, proving why I'm not having it around, as well as Gonzalo Borges. So, yeah, great stuff for both of you. Season result, we got 10th place. It's a few businesses low last year, but it wasn't terrible anyway. It was just unfortunate that our head-to-head with Benfica and Belenenses was so poor compared to the 2 of them. But we didn't lose, we lost as many games as we won. So, it's better than nothing, right? We got mid-table. That's the Portugal knocked in the 4th round, which is great. We got the 2nd round of the Allianz Cup as well, which is actually useful. So good to know we can get into this and do well. Biggest win was a 2-0 win against Benfica's beating, which honestly felt like a big win at the time. Match, remember, was a 3-2 victory against Figueiredo's 1932 because we needed that victory as we were struggling at the time. And the goal of the season was the Mauricio Jr. goal against Paso de Ferreira. And I remember that quite nicely because it was quite frankly incredible. Finances, we've actually gone up by 40 grand in the sponsorship, which is really useful to say the least. We actually lost about 50 grand in the broadcast revenue, sadly, and made up an extra 2 grand in the corporate hospitality. We also did lose about 7 grand in the competition prize money, but made up another 7 grand in the matchday commercial and retail. We got £205,000 from the merchandise, 20,520 from that was non-domestic, but we sold 2,758 shirts, which again was pretty useful to say the least. And the top shirt sellers was Sandova, Brian, Correa, Mr. Jr. and Lorea, who I think is going to leave us. I hate to say that, but our best goalkeeper might be about to jump ship if he can get away with it. He really would be. This is how he lined up. Lorea in goal, no surprise there. Adson was the right back. Manatore was actually our best player, and the 16-year-old really proved himself this year. Beretta was our best centre-back alongside him, and then you got Brian as the left-back. Breda was the DM. Correa was okay. Marcia was good. Then you got the 2 wingers, and you realise how bad our wingers were this year. But Oxford at 6.57, and Akenday with a 6.59. So both got 3 goals. But other than that, did absolutely nothing this year, and that's terrible. Sandover did get 10 goals and 4 assists with a 7.12 rating, but he wasn't the best player overall for us. So overall, fan player of the year was Sandover. The club legend continues to grow his legend. Master Manatore was the young player of the year. Goal this season was Mauricio Jr. Sandover had the most goals with 10. Brian had the most assists with 5. Loera had only 6 player of the match rewards. I say only 6, that's still quite good. Manatore had the highest average rating with 7.2. And played the most passes per 90 with 124 per 90. Lewis Breda is now the top league appearance maker of the club with 183 appearances. Sandover's now got 69 goals in the league, which is the record. And Hugo Quintino is the youngest ever player to play for us because I played him from the bench. He played at the age of 15 years, 125 days. Good season for him. So overall, I actually find Clark. He accepted with no comment, so you little bugger. 6.2 average rating was not great. And we look at this now. Overall average rating, overall best 11. Some names are still here. And Ahmed is still in this. Casanova is around. But Beretta's now managed to force his way in, it looks like, which is very good. And they're looking at it should be a golden generation for the club since, you know, all of them have progressed through the ranks in Casanova, Barreto, Correa, Alves, and Cabahas. Alves, by the way, still at Calgary, hasn't done anything at all. He's made no appearances, he's been stuck in their reserves, and has played no games whatsoever for the team. What a waste of money he's turning out to be for them. At least he's giving us 170 grand a year. But yeah, starting 11 for the overall best 11 now is Almeida, Adsan, Casanova, Beretta, Brian, Musa Jr., Correa, Alves, Cabahas, Sakura, and Sandova. Loero, Tavares, Manatore, Breda, Fonseca, Antunes, and Pinto are all on the bench. But yes, we're looking good. Budget-wise, we have 35 grand in the bank for wages again. Hooray! Another 221 grand in the transfer budget. Yay! They want me to fight both against relegation, which again makes sense. Oh, this is new. They want me to become an established club in 4 years' time. I can do this. They want me to develop players using the youth system, which we do. Don't sign players over the age of 30. What do you think we're going to do? Sign players? Oh, that's a thing they've won, isn't it? They want me to make the most of set pieces, play high-tempo pressing football and possession football. We can do that. We're going to tell the players what is kind of obvious right now. We're going to be a relegation fight next year. We're going to fight bravely. Yes, they are happy about that. Thank you very much. Not going to say anything. Oh, you want me to talk about promises? You little bugger. You've only been here for, what, a month? And you're getting that arrogant, that cocky? Screw this guy. Honestly. What an idiot. So, yeah. That's our best lineup, apparently. I don't agree with Mauricio Jr. being here. By the way, this might be the worst contract I've ever given for a 2-year deal. I might need to sell Mauricio Jr. I can't believe I'm saying that, but that's actually a thing I might actually have to do because we've got players who are better than him coming through the system now in the DM role, and he's the 4th best player in the midfield. Well, 3rd if you count out-and-out midfielders at this point. But Junior might be losing his spot on the team soon. Who would have thought that would be the case, yeah? But yes, we have options to go to places. I'm going to go to London. Why not? It might give us some new fans from abroad because that's great, isn't it? But yes, what we're going to do is see who goes up in this playoff between Mafra and Leteno. And then we're going to see who also goes up in the promotion in the Friends and Real. So this could be interesting. We're going to see who goes up and who goes down. And then go on from there. But either way, I'll be back for that. See you in a bit. You know I was talking about Mauricio Jr., right? Well, he's now wanting to leave. And I'm actually thinking about this. You know what? I'm going to let him go. I'm actually willing to let him go. Can I make money from him? Because I'm actually thinking of dropping him anyway. So if I can make money from him, Why? You've literally just said, I want to go. You moron. Oh, we've had offers from him already. Thank you. They've finally come here. Okay. 15 grand. I'm okay with losing 15 grand because, you know, he's only worth 6 to 15 grand. So it's not like it's the end of the world. How much did we pay money for getting him in? No, he came in for free. So technically, we're making a profit from him. And this is the big and. We're going to get 1.7 grand off the wage bill, which is big. Especially when you realize we could be about to go under the 10 grand for the first time in a few seasons, which is great stuff. I love it. I was literally just talking about sending him on as well. So that's ironic, isn't it? Well. Season's over. Collective bonus for the payout has been achieved. We paid out 28 grand. It's not bad, actually. I thought it'd be worse than this. Finances, we're kind of in the red. Your finances, we're not looking so great. But we've actually made a profit of 200,000 this year, which means we're probably going to get hit by taxes if we're not careful. Oh, God. We're going to be at taxes, aren't we? And apparently, we're only going to be losing, 40 grand, 50 grand, making a profit of 50 grand as well next couple of years. So I generally think this could be good. Also, youth teams should be getting a new sponsorship deal in a few months, so I'll be keeping an eye on that one. But yes, season's over. Mother got relegated. They actually lost in the playoffs, and I'm shocked by it. And Ferenz lost to Real Av. So Real Av have survived. We're going to see Vazim and Aruka come. Weren't they literally the two teams that got promoted last year as well? Oh, God, this is bad. If it's this difficult to stay up and get promoted to this division, ooh, we could be in for a challenge and a half, can't we? At least we could consolidate ourselves in this division. So the teams that going up and down are simple for the top two teams. But for third place, Latano got promoted in their third place, but who won the Champions Playoff to be the other two teams promoted? We've already seen one of them. It's Chavez and Braga's B team. Didn't Braga's C team get promoted or relegated one year? No, they've never been promoted. In fact, they got relegated in 2019 from the second tier, then it went down to the fourth tier. So they've been in the third tier for the last 6 seasons, and they've only just now got promoted. They're in the same group as well. That's funny. It really is funny. But hey, none of the teams got relegated last year actually went straight back up, which is very interesting to me. I thought they would do that. So let's look at the first stage anyway. And, okay, Travis was the only team that got recently relegated that went back up, but Philippines won their group and didn't get promoted, so only Chavez have gone straight back up, and that's probably a big deal for them. Oh, Atletico got relegated. No. Oh, that's a shame. Casapia relegated as well, though. Weren't they in our division? Yeah, 2 years ago they were in our division, and they've been relegated again. Wow, Casapia is struggling in this save. And because I'm curious, what about this? Oh, wow, okay, I forgot about Academico have still not been promoted. So Academico struggled again. Let's go to the promotion groups. I can't believe Academico are still in the fourth tier for the third straight season. They've got to be sick of this save at this point. They really have to be. But wow. Okay, that's a thing. So we're going to look at a team. And with Mauricio Jr. on his way out, we've got one less thing to worry about. I'm going to have to look at this. So B team and under 19s, we're going to have them open as well. So we got Pereira, who is there, who could play as the backup. Tudoreo, who is on his way out. I'm almost certain of it, because I tried to offer a new contract. I'm unhappy. I'm not interested. Go away. He's literally the only goalkeeper that is good enough for this division. If we lose him, we're screwed. For the right back position, we've got a few options now. We've got Adsan and we've got Gullien. I'm going to say this here now. I think Gullien has become my choice for the right back position. And he's been getting better and better throughout the season too. From December, he's been so good in the last 5 months in development. It's actually ridiculous. So if we are to compare him to Adsan, and I can't believe I'm doing this. There you go. Let's compare the two. Adsan's slightly better, but I think Gullien's also younger by 10 years, so he kind of deserves a spot. I should probably give him a new contract now I think about it. He's only got 1 year left on his deal. Let's do this. And get rid of release fees. No, don't get release fees, you moron. Get rid of this, get rid of this. I can literally bully these players to sign some low deals. It's ridiculous. But yeah, defensively, we've got Barreto, we've got Casanova, and we've got Manatre. So Barreto starts there. Casanova could actually be out of the team if he's not careful. I say this. We could also have Barreto there as well, but Barreto will be in that position for now. And Brian versus I can't believe Jafino and Clark could be in this list, but Brian would start for now. But if we were to compare him to Colin Clark, it's not a no contest, I have to say here and now. Attributes-wise, it's more of a no contest. But other than that, let's go to Jafino now. Jafino might be a problem because he's actually really good. And if we were to compare these two in their roles, we could be looking at an interesting situation because Jafino is good on both feet. So maybe, just maybe, Jafino might be an issue. We have Correa, who is literally going to be there anyway. He's kind of a no-brainer. Marcia's also kind of made this spot his own. So there you go. And then you've got... It's kind of an easy situation to see why we've got a problem. Tinho, he's actually improving already. Look at this guy. He's improving. Nice, nice, nice. So, wing on the one side. Akenday will be there, I think, for now. I don't like the fact that Tunis is the man we have to play there. I really don't. But he's kind of made the spot his own at this point with the... Well, he's got, and then you got Sandova as well, who's okay there. So, we've got a few issues we need to address. We've got young talent as well. I think going forward, this team could be very, very good, and hopefully we can do more. But at the same time, it's an interesting situation to be in. What we're going to do, though, is end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. I think we're going to struggle next year to survive, because if we look at the season preview, we were 300 to 1 to be relegated. Canales were 150 to 1 to be relegated, and they did go down, so we might struggle next year. But either way, and to next time, goodbye, and well, good night.